Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and Nico. Wow. So something really strange happened to me yesterday, guys, and I want to try something to see what happens here. I've never really done this before where I try to contact a specific spirit that is well known to the world. Some of you might know of the Shanann, Bella, and Celeste Watts murder case. Shanann's husband, Bella and Celeste's father, Chris Watts, murdered all three of them on August 13th, 2018. Yesterday, which was January 10th, 2021, would have been Shanann Watts' 37th birthday. The thing that's puzzling me on this whole thing is this is a case that I have taken interest to for quite some time now. And I followed the case. I've done a lot of research on the case. It's just one of those things that sticks with you know what I mean? And you don't forget about it. And this was one of those cases. Yesterday, I was kind of playing around with the spirit box, or the Necrophonic app, I should say, as my own home is haunted. So every once in a while, I will turn on the Necrophonic and see, who wants to come through, who wants to talk. 3 different times, guys, and I can't make this up because it would be completely disrespectful if I did. But 3 different times, a woman's voice came through and said Shanann. And all 3 times, all 3 voices sounded exactly like Shanann Watts' voice. And this really, I don't even know how to describe the feeling I felt as soon as I heard this woman's voice come across and say Shanann as clear as day. And I said, well, I just got done reading earlier this morning that today is Shanann Watts' birthday. Could it be her trying to come through? Does she want us to know something? And as soon as I said that, it came through 2 more times where a woman's voice said Shanann. So I need to know. I need to know if this was her that tried to come through. And if it was, what does she want us to know? What is she trying to tell us, guys? Let's try to contact her again and see if she comes through, because this to me was completely shocking. Again, I've never done anything like this, but something is just telling me that we need to try to contact her and see if she has something to say. Here is a rundown, guys, on the Watts case for those who haven't heard of it, for those who aren't familiar with it. Here is a little bit of the story, and then after this, we'll go right into the Necrophonic and try to contact Shanann Watts, guys. On August 13th, 2018, Shanann, Bella, and Celeste Watts were brutally murdered by Chris Watts, who was the husband of Shanann and the father of Bella and Celeste. Celeste also went by the name Cece. Chris Watts had strangled his wife, Shanann, to death and then wrapped her in a bedsheet. His 4-year-old daughter, Bella, entered the room and noticed her father wrapping her mother in a sheet. Bella then asked her father, "What are you doing with Mommy, Daddy?" Chris then replied, "Mommy is sick and we need to take her to the hospital." Shortly after, Chris Watts proceeded to load Shanann's lifeless body while still wrapped in a sheet into his pickup truck. He then took his girls, Bella and Celeste, while still alive, and loaded them into the truck as well, putting them in the back seat with their dead mother. The girls had not realized at the time that their mother was deceased, as they thought that she was sleeping because Chris claimed that she wasn't feeling well and that they were on their way to the hospital. It was a very long, quiet, 45-minute drive from the Watts home to a crude oil company that was located out in the middle of nowhere. Chris was at the time employed with the company who owned the land that these oil tanks were on. Once he arrived, he then proceeded to dig a very shallow grave and dump Shanann Watts' lifeless body. All of this was happening while his daughters, Bella and Celeste, were sitting in his pickup truck. After he was done burying Shanann, he went over to the truck, opened the door, and began to brutally strangle 3-year-old Celeste with her own favorite blanket. All while 4-year-old Bella watched in horror as her little sister was being strangled to death by the only man in her life that she could trust, her father. Once Chris was done with Cece, he then walked over to the side of the truck where Bella was. Bella looked at Chris in horror and said, "Daddy, please don't do to me what you just did to Cece." Chris then proceeded to do the same exact thing to his 4-year-old daughter Bella by strangling her to death with her favorite blanket as well. Chris then proceeded to carry both of his daughter's lifeless bodies to the very top of the stairs where the openings to the crude oil tanks were. The openings to these tanks were only 8 inches in diameter, so I'm sure you can imagine the struggle he had when he was trying to push his daughter's lifeless bodies through the holes into these tanks. So much struggle, in fact, that they discovered scratches all over Cece's buttocks and legs as he was trying to forcefully push her through this 8-inch hole into the crude oil tanks. There were 2 tanks on the site. Bella was pushed into one and Cece into the other, making them both alone in each tank, so that these girls couldn't even be together in death. When friends and family almost immediately began to worry and noticed that something was not right, they contacted the police. In less than 2 days, on August 15th, Christopher Watts was found guilty of murder of his wife and both of his daughters. He is serving a life sentence in prison. He has pleaded guilty to all 3 murders. In the beginning, he only pled guilty to the murder of his wife, Shanann, stating that he murdered her in retaliation of her murdering his daughters. But not long after, the truth finally came out that Chris was guilty of all 3 murders. Let's also not forget another very sad detail in this whole case. Shanann was also 15 weeks pregnant, and who just found out that she was going to be having a baby boy to be named Nico. Today, Shanann, Bella, and Celeste Watts rest peacefully together in Aberdeen, North Carolina. I am trying to locate Shanann Watts. If there are any spirits around that can help me locate her, that would be greatly appreciated. Or Shanann, if you are here and you can easily come through again like you did yesterday, I would appreciate that. If there is anything that you want us to know, please try to come in as clear as you can. I know that might be difficult to do, but we are here to listen. We might not be able to hear or make out what you're saying at the time, but it'll be easier to do so when we listen back. So again, I'm trying to contact Shanann Watts. Shanann, are you here with us? Shanann, is that you? Are you with us, Shanann? Did I just hear kids? Are Bella and Cece with you, Shanann? Sometimes, guys, I like to give them a little bit of time to respond before I ask the next question. For those of you who are not sure on how the sound bank apps work, sometimes it takes spirits a little bit of time to put together what they want to say, so it might be a little bit of a delayed response. So we're not going to ask questions too fast, too close together. So kind of bear with me on that, guys. Is Shanann Watts here with us? Shanann, this is a safe place. If there is something you want us to know, please tell us. Yesterday was your 37th birthday, Shanann. Did you celebrate your birthday in heaven? Shanann, if you're here with us, can you give us some kind of a confirmation? I just heard a child's voice come through. Is that Bella or Cece? Yes? Wow, okay. Bella or Cece, if that's you, can you say here? Wow. Oh my gosh, I just heard somebody say Bella. Is that you, Bella? Are you here with us, sweetheart? Shanann, are you here with Bella? I keep hearing a lot of children's voices, which is not normal with Necrophonic, guys. It's not often that you hear a child's voice come through. Are you all together? Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and Nico? Wow. Shanann, I just heard you. Are you still here? Is there anything that you want us to know? Anything that you want to tell your family or the world? I'm sure a lot of people will see this. You might have just heard the name Watts. I'm not sure. I'll have to listen back. Are you still here with us, Shanann? There's the kid's voice again. Is that you, Bella? Wow. Wow, guys. Are you all safe and happy? Have you all made it safely to heaven? Wow, that was a lot of different responses. Okay, well, I think I'm going to close this session out, guys. So again, Shanann, Bella, or Celeste Watts, if any of you are still here, please let us know anything that you want us to know right before I close this session. It might be hard, but we're here to listen. This is your last chance, guys. Okay, so we're going to close this session. I think that they may have faded away or gotten tired. I'm not sure. We might have lost communication, but to Shanann, happy 37th birthday. And Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and Nico, may you all rest in peace. And I hope that you are happy and safe and together in heaven. And you are always welcome to come through anytime to let me know that you are here. So I think that was pretty cool, guys. It really sounded like we were able to communicate with both Shanann and one of or both of the girls. That was really cool. Thank you guys so much for watching and for keeping an open mind. And I really enjoyed this. The responses were amazing, and I would like to try this again, actually. So if there is anybody specific, a celebrity that has passed away, or, a murder case or a tragic death story or anything that most people would know about, if there's anybody specific that any of you would like me to try and communicate with, please let me know in the comments below, or you can email me personally. You can find my email address in my About section of my YouTube page. And let me know, and I'll do my best to try and make a video for you, guys. So until next time, again, thank you so much. Take care, guys.